All right, everybody, welcome back. I'm making this video on Sunday night. I have not stopped eating since Thursday. I'm that type of full. I don't know if you guys have ever been so full that like you have trouble like catching your breath. So if you hear me breathing heavy during this video, that's why. Hope you all had a wonderful break. But this is exciting. Let's go. Get back into it. All right, if some of you may remember you took a test before break, quarter two, standards 5 through 8. No calculators. There's a picture of the sky. That's nice. All right, standard 5, I can divide a fraction by a fraction and a decimal by a decimal. All right, so hopefully remember that dividing by a fraction is the same. 2/5 divided by 1/8 is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal, right? Oh, still need the line. Okay, so instead of dividing by 1/8, I'm multiplying by 8 over 1. And then just multiply across, I get 16/5. And I am going to leave it just like that. Done. All right. I guess you could, what is this, 3 1/5 or 3.2. All of those work. All right, ooh, now we have negatives. All right. -3/2 divided by -2/3. Some of you might be tempted to cross simplify this, but we cannot. We have to. You can only cross simplify when you're multiplying, and instead of multiplying by -2/3, I'm going to be multiplying by 3 over -2. And now I have -3 times 3 is -9. 2 times -2 is -4. However, -9 divided by -4, that's the same as +9 divided by 4. So we're going to leave this as 9/4, or 2 1/4, or 2.25. I guess all of these work. I'm so sloppy, the shape tool doesn't even recognize what I'm doing. Oh well. All right. Number 3. Okay, now we have a mixed number here. So 10 and 1/3, that's the same as 31/3 divided by -11/2. This is the same as 31/3 times 2 over -11, which is 62 over -33. And again, I am going to leave it just like that. All right. Or I guess, what is that? 1. Oh, doing math in my head. This is dangerous. 29 -1 and 29/33. I don't know what that is as a decimal off the top of my head. All right, so now speaking of decimals, we have 2.04 divided by -2/10. I can multiply this by 100 over 100 if I want to keep it as fractions and get 204 divided by -20. Which, let's see, I can simplify that. 4 goes into both of those things. That is 51 over -5, which is what, 10 1/5, which is 10.2. All right, let's see if I get the same thing if we do the long division here. All right, we'll move that there. All right, so this is 2.04 divided by negative 0.2. Oh, I forgot the negative. Woohoo! All right, so now I'm going to move this decimal over 1. So I'm just going to move this decimal over 1. I'm going to leave it as 20.4. I'm going to bring that straight up. Okay, so let me clean this up a little bit. So 2 4/100 divided by negative 2/10 is the same as 20.4 divided by negative 2. Okay, and negative 2 goes into, I'm just going to assume it's positive for now. I know my answer is going to be negative, so now I'm going to ignore the negatives. So 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 0 0 times, and 2 goes into 4 twice. So I have negative 10.2. So a couple ways you could have done that: kept it as a fraction, and then just simplified the fraction, or done the long division. All right, this one I'm going to definitely just keep as a fraction, because so much of this is just about place value, right? It's like, where does the decimal go? So I'm going to multiply by negative 1,000 over negative 1,000 as my giant 1, because that's going to make this positive 5 and this positive 10, which is 1/2. There you go. All right, and I guess I'll show this one too. So if you want to do, and again, I'm just going to ignore the negatives for the decimal, just to show that it's all about the place value moving. If that moves over twice, this is going to move over twice. So I basically have 0.5 divided by 1. Oh, all right. So that would be 0. And then 1 goes into 5 times. 0.5, which is 1/2. All right.